issues down there at this point. They may do one more pass through, depending on if they need to. I'll probably do a run through the lots tomorrow just to see if we need one last one. But for the most part, it looks pretty good. The DPW separately was out, and this isn't, again, it's not us, but on the streets, I saw the DPW out cleaning the edges of the curbs on the street. So for on-street parking on Main Street and in front of the tavern and across downtown, they did a lot of their leaf cleanup today on city property. So we're working to make sure that all the leaves are out of the way so that they don't, obviously they don't ice up or inhibit water from getting through the stormwater system. So we're in good shape with that. That's generally that part of it. The last thing that I want to update, and it's, I mentioned it briefly before the meeting, but I would ask that the commission consider empowering me to negotiate a license agreement with Curative. Curative is the state's COVID testing partner. They are right now in the Westwood building in the park. They're in the parking lot there. It's basically an RV, like a big rolling RV that is in the Westwood lot where people go inside. It's almost like a bloodmobile, I guess, and you go in and you get your COVID test in there. They have been at the Westwood for the past probably 4 or 5 months, and because of snow, as we just talked about, but because of snow, Westwood have some concerns about how right now the truck is set up where the Westwood piles its snow, and there's really no alternative for them as to where to put it. The other option would be for the city to pay to have it hauled, but that's a significant expense. It's about a couple $1,000s every snowstorm, from what the owners of the Westwood tell us. So they've asked, and the health department has asked that we allow them to use the Railroad Avenue lot. If you recall, Railroad Avenue is it's off of Railroad Avenue, but it's just on the north side of the bridge behind Appalachian Press. It doesn't. I mean, I couldn't tell you the last time I saw a car parked in there. So I do think that this would be a fair use of the site. I think it's not that it's surplus to us, but I think this would serve the public well to have the COVID testing still available in Westfield. And I'm hopeful that the commission will grant that request.
My only question is, is there room there to move snow from that parking lot and away from Appalachian Press? Where the park and what have you?
We've identified a plan to do that. So I think there's about 35 parking spaces over there. The truck itself will take up probably 5 or 6 of them. Generally, there's probably 8 to 10 cars that are in the Curative that use it. So that leaves us with some, and then there's still room for us to pile snow to use 6 or 8 spaces over there to do that. Generally, we wouldn't. I mean, generally we plow and we end up using probably 4 to 6 spaces over there, but it's never been an issue because it doesn't get used.
Right.
Right. There should be room. The other thing that's out there, and actually this is it's a good reminder for me. The DPW has purchased a snow melter. So they're also looking for they were also looking for a flat site to house that to melt our downtown, so they could haul the downtown snow and melt it down there. Their preference, and I haven't given them a approval or not approval, but you guys can give me what you think. And I don't think it takes a vote because it's a city use as opposed to private use. But they were looking at the Riverwalk lot, which is the Meadow Street area, as a potential spot to use. And that's basically what that would be. Is it saves time and money to melt the snow as opposed to hauling it up to Cabot Road. Right now, when we haul snow, it gets hauled up to Cabot Road, and we're hopeful that we're hopeful, obviously, that it's a slow winter, but that there's not a lot of snow. But I mean, if there is, they'd like to have a place somewhere in downtown to set that up on occasion. I mean, it's movable, so it wouldn't be there all the time, but in cases of snow storms, when they need to melt piles, they'd like to use our lot too.
All right, I'll make a motion for curative.
Can I just, I just like to throw my 2 cents? Can't we give them a better spot that's more visual?
The curative
visibility for it?
Yeah, we certainly could. I mean, I can. I can throw that as an option to tell them that we might have. I mean, the other one that I think. I mean, the most visible one would be obviously at the gravel lot. Now, whether or not they want, whether or not they want to use it. I mean, I can certainly offer that up if that's a suggestion that you guys have. I can certainly offer that up as a possibility.
Yeah, I'd like that. The other one I didn't know about until recently.
Yeah, right.
You don't see it. It's at the end of town, kind of.
So I'll give it.
Yeah.
I'll give them that option. I'll give them those two as options. I wouldn't be comfortable allowing them to use either the Readers or the Franklin or Thomas or anything like that. But gravel, I can certainly offer gravel as a possibility.
You know?
Yeah.
Okay. And let people know that the city is doing something. Because we have a bad image on COVID. We don't even
there you go.
That. It's not my job.
No. that was a different meeting today. But
so it would be a nice gesture, I think. You know, show it there. Yeah.
Sure. I'll offer that. So if you guys want to make that motion to allow me to provide those options and execute a license, then I'm happy to do that.
I will make a motion to allow you to execute a license for curative testing to use one of our lots.
I second.
All in favor? Aye.
All right. So that's great. Thank you guys for that. Last thing that I have, and then Lisa can talk to you about the bills unless she wants me to talk about them. But the last thing I have is the discussion of the off-street parking lot signage program for downtown. So Joe had brought this, Commissioner Golio had brought this up 2 months ago. We did have them made. They are made. They're in the office right now. I am hoping to get out on Friday morning to distribute as many of them as I can. I did post about it on our community development webpage this week, and we've gotten a lot of really good feedback on them. So thank you for that idea. We did stay under the $500. It ended up being $498. We have 80 signs that are specific to lots. So we have 20 each for the Church Street lot, the School Street, lots that you enter from School Street, lots that you enter the Franklin Street lot, and then the Thomas Street. We have 20 each for those to distribute to businesses. And then I got 25 that are just generic that that we could potentially put in some of those flower pots or something to just make people aware of it. And really the theme is the primary tagline was did you know that all parking in downtown is free on weekend is free all weekend. So I think that was a good place for us to start from a positive standpoint.
They look good. Thank you.
Yeah. So I think they came out great. So, so I'm excited to distribute them. I know a few businesses have asked for them already. So I'll work on getting out there this Friday and distributing them. And that's all that I have. Other than that, it's the monthly bills, and I think Lisa has has shared the scan of the list with you all. If you have any questions, it's basically the general stuff.
Yep, there are basic monthly bills that this time I think we decided to scan so everybody could look at ahead of time. If anybody has a specific question.
Yes. So generally the final number. So from the revolving account, we have $3,450 that in total that's being expended. Most of that is the leaf cleanup. $50 of it is our meter service, which we do every month. On the general side, we have the $498 from LACA for the signs, $56-ish for approximately from Cintas for the uniform cleaning, and $68.11 from Passport. And that represents 29 tickets that were processed this month and sending 331 delinquency notices. So that's what we have for bills this month.
Perfect.
So if you guys could vote to approve those, and then Lisa will have them for Ellie to sign, that'd be great. Or to just send an email saying she confirms.
Yep. Oh, I didn't know if Joe was gonna, I'll make a motion to approve all the bills for last month.
A second.
All in favor?
I
Aye. And I can just email you now, right, Lisa?
Yeah, Ellie, so Kim and I will email you tomorrow
Okay.
on our procedure and how we're gonna have you sign and scan it back and get it back to us. So we'll email you that in the morning.
Okay, perfect. No worries.
Perfect.
Great. All right, that's all I have.
All right, so I will call the meeting at 6:18.
All right,
Awesome.
very good.
Great,
Thank you.
perfect.
Thank you, guys. Have a Merry
Great,
Christmas.
thank you.
Yes,
Or
thanks.
happy holiday.
yeah,
Yes.
everybody.
Enjoy.